Alright, look, the trade deadline is right around the corner, and this is one way to really kickstart it all off. I think we're going to see a really crazy trade deadline here in the 2022 NFL season. Christian McCaffrey is now a San Francisco 49er, a blockbuster trade here to start off week 7. Can't wait to see what he does with San Francisco, but hey, they gave up a second round pick in 2023, they gave up a third round pick in 2023, and a fourth round pick in 2024. Can I just say, that is a lot to give up in terms of draft capital to the Panthers in exchange for McCaffrey, who is injury prone and is getting paid a lot of money down the line in what the San Francisco 49ers will have to pay him later in this contract. So look, I just got to answer the question because it is being posed and I believe it has to be. Did the 49ers overpay? Did they get fleeced? I mean, yeah, they did overpay. Now, did they get fleeced? No, but they did overpay. Giving up a second round pick and a third round pick and a fourth round pick, not to mention those second and third round picks that they're giving up are in the 2023 NFL draft. That is a lot for a running back who is injury prone. You don't know if he's all that reliable over time, and he's getting paid a lot of money. They did overpay here, but they did not get fleeced. Two things can be true. This is still a good trade for the San Francisco 49ers. This team getting better and upgrading on the offensive end came with the cost, and that was overpaying for Christian McCaffrey. Him in this offense with Kyle Shanahan, with Deebo Samuel, with all the other weapons that they have, even with Elijah Mitchell still to come back, with George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk and Brandon Jennings, this offense just got a lot more versatile, just added a lot more star power. The 49ers, especially with Kyle Shanahan just leading the way, they are going to make it rough for defenses in terms of them really trying to figure out who they're going to shift their attention to pre-snap. Because it could look like the 49ers are going to do one thing with Deebo and Christian McCaffrey, and you want to pay attention to both of those playmakers, but you can't, and they end up doing something else with the both of them. Pre-snap, this team is going to cause a lot of confusion for defenses just because defenses have to figure out where they're going to shift their attention when you have two guys who can do the same things. They both can catch the ball at an incredible rate. They can also run the ball at an incredible rate. Defenses are going to have a really tough time pre-snap because both of these guys are going to be lined up in the backfield at times, and we're going to see a ton of pre-snap motion between Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey, and the defenses are going to have to pick who they're going to shift their attention to and pick who they're going to have to stop. It's going to freeze up a defense. It's going to freeze up linebackers. It's going to keep defensive linemen guessing of if they're going to play the run or the pass, and then you have two great pass catchers, two great runners. It is going to freeze up a defense. It is going to make it difficult for defenses to figure out where they're going to shift their attention to. This is going to be a headache for defensive coordinators because you have two guys with the same skill sets, but you don't know who you want to pay attention to pre-snap. It is going to be a headache for opposing teams, and the fact that Kyle Shanahan is leading the way in this all is absolutely mind-boggling. Now, the question is, yeah, Christian McCaffrey makes this team better. They upgraded in this NFC where the Eagles are a big contender right now. You don't know what's going on with the Bucks. Christian McCaffrey makes the 49ers even more of a contender, but you still have a question. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo's got all these weapons, but when it matters most, can he hook up with the easy throws that are going to win you these games? Because you can have talent, you can have players doing their jobs, but is Jimmy Garoppolo going to hold up his end of the bargain? Look, we could use that Chiefs Super Bowl as an example for Jimmy Garoppolo. The dude had Emmanuel Sanders wide open downfield. Emmanuel Sanders did his job. Jimmy Garoppolo had everything going right for him in that moment. He just did not capitalize. So my thing is, yeah, Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, they can do their part. But is Jimmy Garoppolo going to take advantage of that and hold up his end of the bargain and make plays when they matter most? That is my question, because you can have all this talent, but if your quarterback can't get your playmakers the ball in those key moments, it's not going to mean anything. But this does make Jimmy Garoppolo's life easier. It makes his life a lot easier because you get to put the ball in another playmaker's hand, make sure he doesn't make too many mistakes. Look, it's just another playmaker, another toy for this team to be able to help Jimmy Garoppolo really get this team down the field easier. And then I heard Colin Cowherd say this on his show today. The 49ers in the NFL this year, they have the least 3 and outs in this league. When you have Christian McCaffrey, who can run that football and make it easier for your team to keep churning those yards down the field, that's going to be great for this team, because that's more opportunities you have to score, more opportunities to keep the best offenses off the field. I think this is a good trade for the 49ers. Like I said, 2 things can be true. Yeah, they overpaid, but they got one of the best running backs in the game who can receive the ball and can catch the ball. Now, when it comes to Elijah Mitchell and Christian McCaffrey, and they even still have Jeff Wilson, this is one of the best backfields in the NFL now. This is incredible for them, because when Elijah Mitchell comes back, even just with Jeff Wilson now, I feel like the 49ers will always be okay in terms of having a runner on the field that can consistently get you good yards, even still with having Deebo Samuel. So no matter who's on the field for this 49ers team, as long as they stay healthy, they'll always be fine in terms of running the ball and really opening up the pass game for your offense. Getting Christian McCaffrey really does that, because not only do you have multiple good running backs now, but now that your run game is even better, teams are going to stack the box. Teams are going to pay more attention to this run game, and it's going to allow Jimmy Garoppolo to have more easy plays to make with Christian McCaffrey in this backfield. It's going to allow Deebo Samuel to go outside a bit more, run routes, and do his thing as a pure receiver. So look, with Christian McCaffrey, also just adding him to Jeff Wilson and Elijah Mitchell really opens up this passing game, allows Deebo Samuel to even be a bit more of a receiver, which we know that is what he does best. I love this trade for the 49ers. Yeah, they overpaid, but what they got in return, look, it's going to help their team a lot right now. They are looking to win now. Even when Trey Lance comes back, this is going to be good to help him if they still decide to really rock with Trey Lance. I love this trade for the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan leading the way, and all of this is just crazy. It just all comes down to if Jimmy Garoppolo can do his job, because he has everything he needs around him right now. But is he going to make the plays in the big games when they matter most, and not make those stupid boneheaded mistakes when he can just go ahead, use his playmakers and skill position players when they're making plays, and just hit them when they are indeed making the plays that they are making? That's just all what it comes down to. This defense is incredible. This team is suited and booted right now to win a Super Bowl now. It just all comes down to Jimmy Garoppolo, if he can make the easy plays, or even the plays that they need him to make in these big moments. And yeah, the 49ers overpaid, but I kind of look at it this way when we're talking about Christian McCaffrey. They gave away a 2nd round pick, a 3rd round pick, a 4th round pick, and a 5th round pick. But the 49ers got a good running back and a good receiver. They essentially get 2 really good abilities that can help their offense in 2 different ways, which I think is really good. So it's not like they're just trading for just a running back. They're trading for an all-pro running back and a guy who has had 1,000 yards receiving before when you want to use him in that way. They can put him in the slot. If you want to, you can put him on the outside. Those wheel routes from the backfield from Samuel and Christian McCaffrey are really going to be scary. It's going to keep a defense guessing, and they're still going to have to pay attention to Ayuk and Kittle and Brandon Jennings. Things are about to turn up in San Francisco. And look, if Jimmy Garoppolo can just do his job, the sky is the limit for this team. So look, my key takeaways is that pre-snap, this is going to be a headache for teams. Yeah, the 49ers did overpay, but their team got massively better. And third, and lastly, look, this team traded for a wide receiver and a running back. They have 2 wide backs now, people. Get ready for the San Francisco 49ers. They are on their way, and they are a big true contender right now in the NFC, people. Just hope Christian McCaffrey can stay healthy. I am praying for him there, people. But other than that, and look, I am serious about that. I am praying that he stays healthy. That's not even a joke. But like I said, other than that, have a blessed day. Jesus loves you. This has been Malik Hicks, aka The Ranker of the Ultimate Sports TV, signing off. Peace out, and I'll see you on the other side.